So, now we're going to go to here and there along the echo, whatever that means. Here and there along the echo. It's a phone. Let's give that a go. Huh. How do I put it down? How do I... Hello? Okay, it's only going to let me dial the number, is it?
The number you have dialed is not real.
Okay. So, how do I hang... Oh, I see. Right, okay. 2701579. Hello? Hello? Oh god, not these. I hate these.
Hello.
Why am I on hold? Oh, hello.
You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Ah, I see. I don't see at all, but continue.
For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3. If you don't remember dialing this number at all, press 5. To hear these options again,
Tempting.
press 0.
Actually, no, I want to know about you.
The Bureau of Secret Tourism is supported by a generous population of river creatures whom I fix up and grill as necessary. I am environmentally minded, and I believe all creatures are equally deserving of support in their transition to the next world. So I usually try to sing a little elegy like, small water creature, crab or frog. Now you know that sleep is all around us, like a muggy, tranquil fog.
What am I listening to?
It's easier to come up with these songs when I'm hungry in a sort of transcendental fasting state, but I've actually just had breakfast. A debt of gratitude is also owed to the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, who unselfishly and unknowingly donates this here telephone line for the purpose of this here informational resource. You can always find the latest secret tourism literature in any of our unmarked kiosks or any other old place it happens to lay. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, do me a favor. When you get a chance, call us back at extension 1928. You can press 0 now to go back to the main menu.
Right, okay. So, we'll try 5 first.
For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1.
No.
For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2.
This menu's changed.
For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To hear these options again, for historical sites along the Echo River, press 1.
Let's hear about these.
to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For different types of water, press 1. For the language of bats, press 2. For insect interactions, press 3. To return to the main menu, press
Let's find out
5.
about bats.
Many find learning the language of bats to be intimidating, but it's really pretty straightforward. The most difficult part is getting your ultrasonic pronunciation right.
I was going to say, I would have thought the most difficult part is the pitch.
Bats have enormous, complex ears.
Yeah.
For us, it's more of a struggle. Here.
Yeah.
Let's try some useful phrases. Repeat after me so you can practice your pronunciation.
This is going to hurt, isn't it?
Here's how you say, I don't know where I am. Okay.
That's dolphin.
Here's how you could ask, haven't we met before?
Yeah.
Great. And here's how you say, sorry, I must have left it in the boat.
This is very useful, thank you.
Now, a very useful phrase. It's a shame we didn't record that.
Yeah.
Every conversation has to end. So here's how to say, I will write that down in case I forget it later.
Alright, I'll remember that.
For different types of water, press 1. For the language of bats, press 2. For insect interactions, press 3. To return to the main menu, press 5. Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3.
Oh.
If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To hear these options again, press 0.
Why has he said 0 like that? You're unsettling me.
For a catalog of subterranean birdsong, press 1.
No.
For help identifying something that's happening in the dark, press 2. If you are hearing organ music, press 3. To return to the main menu, press 5.
Let's go for organ
to hear
music.
These options again.
Come on, Phantom.
Does it sound like this?
No, it does not. That is interesting, though, I suppose. I've just put myself on hold again, haven't I? You done? No, you're not. Okay. Can I quit out of this? I cannot. No, not budget. I'm so tempted. So very tempted. This is not something I'm enjoying anymore. I'm warning you. You done? You're not done. Alright. You've tested my patience long enough. Cool. Ready to go? Let's just take a minute. Two 7-0-3-0-1 5-7-9-7.
To dial, press 9. For
Let's
more
see if I can
information
remember
about
it.
our organ. Now is the time to dial an extension.
Was it 1928?
I just want to listen to the wind blow.
It was.
Or even better, television static. Can you tune your TV to a dead station and let the static play into the phone?
Can't do that
When
anymore.
you're finished, press the 0 button.
Modern
Thanks.
televisions and digital signals, all that sort of thing. You can't get a static channel. Don't think so, anyway. And if you could, you can't hear anything. Oh well, I guess we're leaving then. Cool. Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Wow, that was short. Did I miss something there? Was there a lot more to do there? That feels too short. Oh well. Act 4, I guess. Holy shit. Oh, it's the... yeah. The mammoth off the boat, I remember. Look at that. Who's this person? I like their style. Manual 5.4. Context backlash. General wear on the gestural mounting gear apparatus 5A1 may result in undesirable play between teeth in the context and history state machine gears, causing stuttering, slippage, resetting, skipping. Guess it could be slippage. If left unresolved, gear slot can gradually throw limbs out of alignment, blend motions, and decontextualize gestures. See also sections 1.8, general troubleshooting, and 5.3, gesture context. Troubleshooting, okay. 1.8, general troubleshooting. Technicians of sufficient talent and experience may skip this section. Oh dear. I'm not skipping this section. General troubleshooting techniques include hammering with something plastic until the tone becomes apparent, chiseling out a small hole and feeling for changes in resonance, or listening until the hue clears up. That'll do, Buck. He throws a manual into the river. Love it. My saviour. Our friend here is in a bad way. Any insight? I tried to steer clear of high voltage these days. Well, I don't blame you, especially down here on the water, I mean. Sure, it's dangerous, but this is where she lives. What brings you down to the Echo tonight? Oh, this is the Echo, I see. Maybe I should have read up on more of the things I was going to encounter there. Just tagging along. Ha, that doesn't sound like you. We dragged some folks to a show, just returning the favour. I'm sure your new friends appreciate the company. It's no shame to be lonesome. Picked you up at the Bureau tonight. Never seen you that far upriver before. I hope that doesn't mean you've been travelling on the Zero. Yeah, have you been there? Zero? Oh no, not me. This old river rat steers clear of weird highways. I've been travelling this river for more than half my life, more or less alone. I think I've seen it change quite a bit in all those years. But I can't say for sure. The water has a peculiar way of making a person forgetful. Some nights I remember a place, but it's full of strange new people. And some nights I meet an old friend on an unfamiliar shore. I wonder which kind of night this is. Isn't it both? Act 4, Scene 1. The Mucky Mammoth. Delightful. Sounds unhygienic. Will or Kate? I'm not entirely fond of that spelling of Kate, but she probably didn't choose it. Come on, Will. Will, singing quietly. We are mould and whiskey fed and... Oh! Wet gears. Wet gears? Probably. Who knows? First thing I've tried anyway. Down here by this little blue box. Took all the gears out and dried each one by hand, and then I loaded them back in again. That took care of the grinding sound, but her trunk keeps doing that sparking, clanking, weeping thing. What, so it's a robot mammoth? To be honest with you, I'm not really qualified for this work. Kate's a friend. You know how it is, don't you? How do you know each other? So... Ever walked through rolling farmland? Sure, along the highway. Along the highway, that's what I mean. Or smaller roads. Well, I sure did. A slipped under or over fences, and I walked barefoot with the seeds when they were just planted. I tilled the earth with my toes. Okay, no, I've not gone that far. That's unhygienic. That's how you can catch something. Hey, I should tell you where I left my shoes. Did you know I'm a classically trained organist? It's true. Look at these long fingers and pedal gripping toes. It doesn't matter. A minor in French literature earned me a position teaching Aristotle de Zola at the university. I don't know what that is. Well, some shitty governor cut state funding for our department, and I was demoted to mopping floors, running wiring through walls, or in dangerous places. I even operated the soundboard at the student theatre. I left my shoes there, at the university. It was a protest. Walk without shoes for something important or tragic. I think Tom's did a day without shoes. I ended up by the shore, and soon I was drifting along the Echo. It ran for a while above ground then. It doesn't anymore. I prefer subterranean waters anyway. Kate brings me along and I record what I see and hear. I try to help with maintenance. I drop off the mail and pick up the trash. On occasion, I take the helm. Anyway, that's all I try to remember anymore. I listen to the river stories, and my own stories get fainter and fainter. Oh, if you talk to Kate, could you ask her, when she stops for gas, could she pick up a scratch ticket? Thanks. Yeah, guess I'm talking to Kate. Oh. Shannon's a person of colour. I don't think I've seen that in the previous acts. How's that cold river spray treating you? I thought I saw you squinting. It's hard water, you know. Hard on the eyes. It still irritates mine a little. And I'm piloting a tugboat through it 6 nights a week. Don't be too shy to close them in public. Your eyes, I mean. People would just assume you're thoughtful. You need tea. So, Babelet cap, definitely. Boiled lichen, maybe wolf tooth. Just kidding. Caterpillar fungus, licorice, ginger, and dried spring agaricus. Okay, I'm not going to indulge your bullshit at all because that's not tea. If it doesn't have tea in it, it's not tea. That's a tincture. How far are we from Dogwood Drive? The Echo is dicey tonight. Bad luck for you. Expect waves and diversions. Dogwood Drive is by the Silo mail stop, but we may need to spend some time on the indirect route before we hit your stop. Okay? And there's other business. Mails to drop off, garbage to pick up, and a few favours to execute, all dotted along the riverbanks from here to there. Along the Echo, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the trip on our little mammoth. Take advantage of all the amenities. Fresh air, cosy bunks, hot tea, the video room. Ooh. There are some pretty interesting tapes down there actually. Unusual, I mean. Weird. Watch out that the VCR doesn't take your hand off though. It's untrustworthy. What's wrong with the VCR? I could take a look. Yeah, Shannon's a repair girl, isn't she? Oh, please do. I don't know anything about electronics. Maybe try a few different tapes. You'll get the picture. I saw you talking to Will. He's an old friend. Don't be fooled by that burned out aura. He's a smart and kind man. I think his only vice is those silly scratch tickets. Speaking of which, we're coming up on our next stop shortly. Refuel. Well mannered. And now I'm him. Why am I Ezra now? Go inside. Is Ezra ginger? I'm not sure if he's ginger or not. Looks like he might be ginger. Some musicians. Johnny to Junebug. Really? You were entranced. You don't remember this? It's okay, we've all seen a lot of concerts. Cyrano opened. His tape machine was broken or something. It got really cosmic. Right, at the flower shop. I remember that show. Sorry, Clara. Well, you have a second chance to hear it tonight. That was fast. Got the batteries? Let's see. Perfect, this one will do. So you hit this button here to record. Hold it right here so you don't cover the microphone with your hand. I bet you'll find a lot of good sounds just around the tugboat. There's plenty of tape in there. Don't be stingy with it. Just record anything that catches your ear. Really changes the way you listen. For the better, I mean. You playing a concert tonight? I could record that. Yeah, Clara here came all the way from Lithuania just to do this Echo River gig. It's a tour. I'll be in Nashville. And then Atlanta, and then over to the coast. Brutal. Well, we're lucky she's making a stop. Johnny and I saw her play once, and I remember loving it. Johnny was moved. Speaking of Cyrano, it's his night at the Rum Colony. Kate said she usually stops off there. Well, that's ideal. I'm supposed to meet a lady there to look at some old engine parts. About 3 hours ago. Ooh. 3 hours goes fast at the Rum Colony, ma'am. I bet she's still there. I hope we don't stay up there too long. My concert is soon and I don't want to keep them waiting. Nah, it's a river time. Nobody expects you to be punctual. Hey, why don't you give that tape recorder a try? See if that cat over there has anything he wants to say. I often use found sounds in my music. If you find some interesting sounds tonight, you can help me out. Alright. Cat noise. Go for it. Yeah, that was a morale. Oh god, here comes Mr. Spooky Skeleton. Oh shit. What's happening to your body? Is that Conway? Has he now got... Oh. You know, I was thinking about this. Is the spooky skeletonism a metaphor for debt? Because, think about it. Now, all the people working in the Hard Times whiskey place were spooky skeletons. And, Johnny had his leg replaced by a very expensive doctor who charged him for neurotinol, and now his leg is a spooky skeleton. And, then he had a drink with the Hard Times whiskey bloke, and he was forced into a job, and now his right arm is a spooky skeleton. So yeah, is spooky skeletonism a metaphor for debt? Is that why the spooky skeleton appeared at the end of The Entertainer? Because, is it Harry sold them all off into debt? Interesting. You're not looking good, Conway. You know, it's the strangest thing. I can't remember why I came up here. Maybe you should slow down? Nah, I'm good. It's just that thing about... what was it? When you walk through a door? When you go into the kitchen for something, and as soon as you pass from one room to another, you forget what you wanted. You have to walk back out just to remember. Like you left a part of your brain behind. Hey, wonder if we can follow that breadcrumb trail all the way back to the room I was born in. Conway cranes his neck over the railing. Looks cold down there. And dark. You weren't in the cabin long. Get any sleep? You found beer. There's a cooler full down there. Let's say it just floated by. If you can believe that. Got caught on some netting and they hauled it aboard. A bounty. Anyway, there's a sign by the cooler. Take what you need and leave the rest. Shannon leans over the railing and looks at the river below. There's all kinds of trash down here. Could have fallen off the wall back there. I think that kid was playing on the trash barge earlier. He seems to keep himself entertained. It's good for him. It's important to know how to be alone. What's up, huh? You look like there's something you want to ask. Fine, you can ask it. One question. Do you really have to go to work at hard times? Didn't seem so bad, did it? Yes, it did. It absolutely did. They press ganged you into debt. It's a way to live. I mean, rent a bed, eat at the cafeteria. No. Not like I have a choice. I think you do have a choice. Yeah, I'd take my chances. I'd fucking cut and run. I've got to repay my debt. Hell, I should be grateful for the opportunity. If you want to die with any dignity, you've got to settle up. That's why it's such a damn shame when people go sudden. Well, mostly I agree with you that debt should be repaid. But not when you've been conned into it. Fuck that shit. If they con you, con them right back. Steal that debt. Run. Ooh, okay. I do always like these visualisations. They remind me of Viv Ribbon. That was a strange PlayStation 1 game. I'm sure I talk too much. Everyone on this river does. The problem is that we listen twice as much as that. We're only telling you half the stories we hear. Kate told me that I ought to have been a photographer. She said, "You have an uncanny way of having been in the place at the time the thing happened there. And that's the hardest part of taking a photograph anyway." Nice of her to say, but it isn't true. Though I know just about every story on this river, most of them I've picked up second, third or fourth hand, and so on. Listening, see? Now, I know what you're going to ask, so I'm going to answer it. Yes. I'm sure they're all true. I personally believe a story gets more true as it's tossed around from brain to brain and the whole community brings their insight to bear on the brittle facts of experience. I can't agree with you there. There are a few Echo River stories I witnessed directly. I saw that big owl migration pass through. You might have heard about that. I think I did, yeah. I was there when the old train station flooded. I saw the ghost of Stephen Bishop brew up a batch of white lightning on a raft. Anyway, I talked to a few sailors who'd recently crossed paths with him. And, I suspect, sampled his wares. One night, I was working on the Mucky Mammoth. We picked up a gaggle of passengers headed down to a mail drop by the silo of Lake Reflections. I knew a couple of them in passing, a pair of travelling musicians whom I often encountered on the river. The others were strangers to me at the time. Oh, this is... right, okay. He's telling this story in past tense. A young woman, a small boy, and an old man whose name I didn't catch. Oh, and a smelly old dog. Don't you call Homer smelly, I don't like you now. I do not like you. We docked at a gas station so the Mammoth could refuel. Okay, I don't like Will. He called Homer smelly. Not having that. Ezra stayed on the tugboat and looked around the map room. Yeah, that's what he did. Act 4, Scene 2. The Mucky Mammoth. Look out. Ezra watches the lake drift by. He sees a telephone book covered with silver news, a floating gas station, a few small boats tethered together with grey rope, a small island covered with bats. What a relief. Thanks for taking the wheel. Our secret, okay? What's in that joke? It smells like eggs and fruit. Oh, that's homemade. Fermented green That's the most important part. Yeah, tell that to the bastard on the Concordia. Speaking of which, looking outside. Oh hey, there's the gas station. I was hoping we'd cross paths soon. Just kind of drifts around. You never know where you'll meet it. Who was that guy on the Costa Concordia? As you can see by this dial right here, our fuel situation is pretty desperate. Yeah, relatable. Now, the government here told us to not panic buy petrol and just buy it as normal. So, when I went to go buy petrol, there's no fucking petrol anymore. Thanks for that. Good job, Boris. I love it. Yeah, so I'm not going to be driving anywhere anytime soon, because the only place I can drive is the nearest petrol station, and it's not worth driving to the nearest petrol station if they haven't got any petrol yet. So it's a waiting game. Good job I've got a week off. I wasn't planning on going anywhere. Anyway, where were we? I have a bad habit of letting that needle spend a lot of time in the red zone. Yeah. We should only be docked at the gas station for a few minutes refuelling. You might just want to stay aboard. So, you like boats? Ah, I'll pick this one because it's true. Yeah, my dad had a boat for a while. Oh, what kind of boat? Okay, I'm going to stick with reality. A small boat with a motor. You could fish off it at Pele. Ah, I see. So this one's a little bigger. Same idea though. So, what else did I neglect to explain earlier? This area here is called the wheelhouse. All these gauges and controls help me understand what's going on with the mucky mammoth and her hull. This is a compass, but it doesn't work very well down here, for some reason. Oh, maybe all the walls are metal, like magnetic. I just go by landmarks, basically, and lights. Did you see those two lights on the sides of the boat? A red one and a green one? All the other boats have them too. Some are different colours or in different configurations. If we cross paths with someone, right away I can work out what kind of boat they're in and what direction they're going in, even in the dark. It's all about looking up here. The other half pilot in this boat happens down in the map room. Speaking of which, Kate peers out the window. Have we passed a big rock that looks like a dinosaur yet? This sounds the most useful. No, but we passed a tall building covered in Christmas lights. Ah, river folks call that the lighthouse. It used to be an art museum, but their collection went out of fashion, and they had to put it all in storage. I don't know who put those Christmas lights up. Some artist, I guess. That's weird. We should have definitely passed Dinosaur Rock by now. Kate looks out the window. Oh, wait, there it is. Up ahead, see? That doesn't look like a dinosaur. No? Well, maybe you're right. It's worn down a bit since it was first discovered. It's strange though. According to my charts, we should have passed Dinosaur Rock before the lighthouse. But that's okay. Sometimes the charts need updating. Hey, Will is down in the map room right now. Could you run down and help him adjust the charts to move the lighthouse so it comes a little earlier on our route than Dinosaur Rock? The map room is down below deck, on the lower level, right next to the sleeping quarters. I'll get on the intercom and let him know you're coming. Okay, I guess I'm doing that then. Can I record her? I'm going to record her. Has she got a stick? Looks like a stick. Is this alive? Don't think it is. Conway, can we talk about your skeletonization? No, we can. I absolutely want to go as far away from you as possible. Did I press the wrong button? Oh well. Who's got the theremin? Is that Shannon playing the theremin? Can I listen to that? I like a theremin. Wow, this is harder than it looks. Yeah, it takes a certain kind of ear. Oh, like perfect pitch. Do you have that? Not really that, it's more like muscle memory. When I'm playing the theremin, I kind of hear with my hands. I must sound ridiculous. No, I think I get it. Yep. Aha, that's a separate room. I didn't really see the wall. Come on then. Don't like you though, Will. Can't remember what you said, but I don't like you anymore. Ah, that was it. You called the dog smelly. Fuck you, Will. Salutations, small man. Kate says you have an adjustment for our charts. Good timing. I'm just checking my copies. That's how we keep our charts up to date. As we pass through a section of the river or the lake, I draw a new copy of the map and make adjustments for anything we see that doesn't match. Will points to a small drawing on the map. So, this is where we have Dinosaur Rock marked now. This little dinosaur drawing. I drew that. What kind of dinosaur is it? Ah, you know, just a dinosaur. No, that's not good enough. Will points to another small drawing on the map. And this here is where we thought the lighthouse was. But now I guess we've got to move it back a bit. But how far, I wonder? Any ideas? Anything else you remember about when you saw the lighthouse? This is the only actual useful information. I saw the clock. We passed the lighthouse 6 minutes before Dinosaur Rock. That'll do just fine. So, let's see. Our current speed, that will give us a distance of... oh, about 1/8 of a mile, let's say. Will measures along the charted lake with a divider. Somewhere around here. Good enough, eh? That should do it for the new copy. Oh, I made some other corrections. Tucked in the banks a little, made this section deeper, and left off a shipwreck that must have washed away or been scavenged into splinters. Of course, it means a lot of clutter. All these old copies. Why are you keeping the old copies? In case they change back. Because if they change back, you'll just edit it again. Say, Will gestures to a pile of old maps. I was just about to throw the stack out, Maybe you'd like to hang on to one? They're out of date, but they could be fun to look at. These are mostly river charts, I think. Take a look through and see if one of them catches your eye. Yeah, okay. Ezra digs through the pile of maps. Ezra examines a crisp, clean map. That one I found wrapped in plastic, quite well preserved. I wrapped it up like that so the chalk wouldn't smear. I must have lost my pencil that day. I don't remember. Here. Turn it around like... There you go. There's no real idea of north down here, magnetic or otherwise, so we just hold the maps with the current pointing down. Now, that thing at the bottom of the screen to the right, I saw that moving out of the corner of my eye and I thought there was an insect on my screen. The river runs clockwise. There are no islands marked, but a few other landmarks are indicated with chalk circles. Will, pointing to a chalk circle. That one was the lighthouse, I'm pretty sure. Ezra takes a crisp, clean map. This one. Nice. Well, thanks for your help with the chart adjustments. Our next step is a bar called the Rum Colony. I guess you're not much of a barfly, but you might like to run around on the beach. And the decor is... well, I'd be curious to hear what you think of it. Okay. That gas station isn't anchored to anything, it just follows the current. We might run into it anywhere along the river. Kate just starts looking for it when she's low on fuel, and the echo provides. It's not usually on the lake, though. That was strange. Kate said the place doesn't even have a name. The sign just says gas in big blocky letters, leaving little room for ambiguity. It has to be legible from a ways off. And anyway, nobody wants to be left guessing about where they get their fuel. Especially not on a night like that. With that storm system tearing around, flooding roads and dashing gardens. Anyway, my mechanical musician friends went ashore for a bit too. Looking for some snack foods. Kate doesn't stock anything aboard the Mucky Mammoth that doesn't grow wild, and it's not to everyone's taste. Or maybe just to stretch their limbs and charge their batteries. They came back looking kind of confused though. I don't mean confused like... not when somebody asks you a question you don't know the answer, but you feel like you should and you get that kind of alarmed blankness in your mind's eye. Not like that. His sentences are too long. Putting commas in doesn't help. They look confused like when you interesting videos. They're weird. I've been told they're weird.